morning from our hotel room here in Osaka, Japan. Greg and I got in relatively late last night, and even though it didn't look that difficult to get here from the airport, I must admit that it was a bit more challenging than I thought to find your way around a city when you can't read any of the public transport signs. Because I don't know about you, but I don't speak nor read nor understand Japanese, even though I wish, and most of the signs were not translated into English. So that was definitely interesting. But we got here eventually, and I'm very excited to be able to share this very first day in Osaka and in Japan, because it's the first time for both of us, with you here on the channel. My personal goal for this video is to be as transparent and spontaneous as I can, because that way I might be able to show you what it's like to arrive in a country where you don't speak the language, you don't know much about the culture, you just know that it's entirely different from the one in your home country, and you're just overall excited and overwhelmed. I want to show you what that's like in real time so that you can tag along on the journey. But now it's definitely time to get out of bed, and I'm very curious to see what the Japanese breakfast looks like. The hotel we're staying at in Osaka claims to provide guests with a traditional Japanese breakfast buffet, so it was no surprise to me when we discovered that there was miso soup, raw fish, and of course, lots of rice. Further, we had fermented soybeans, cooked spinach, prawns, and even teriyaki chicken to choose from. A bit unusual for me, but definitely not the unhealthiest of all breakfasts. It is about 10:30, so a bit of a slow morning for us here in Osaka, and it's super bright. I cannot believe how hot it is. Greg and I thought it's supposed to be autumn here in Osaka in Japan, and it's really hot. Anyway, we are out to hopefully complete our first mission of the day, and that is to buy a local SIM card. I say mission because from what we read online, we were supposed to either order a SIM card online or buy one at the airport, both of which we did not do, so that's why we have to try and find a local camera store, one specific one here in Osaka, that hopefully sells those SIM cards. So that's our first mission of the day, but it's very nice because it's a beautiful day and we get to see and explore a bit of Osaka on our first morning here in Japan. Noticed here in Osaka is that there's those vending machines everywhere that sell drinks of all kinds for, I think it's like €1 if I'm correct, and I want to try this tea because I've been told that I'm supposed to try all things matcha in Japan. Nice.
That's sugar daddy money, by the way.
Am I gonna throw it in first? Yeah? Okay. Are they both the same?
Yeah.
It's exciting. It is ice cold!
Can you feel it? Oh, nice!
That's so good.
It's so hot today that having a cold drink is like, I've been needing that. Okay, so you think it's green tea?
It looks like green tea.
I
it's
have
green.
no idea. Yeah, it looks like tea and it's green, so.
It's probably green tea.
What is matcha? That's my question.
I think it's like the Japanese version of that green tea, like a really popular Japanese tea. And I had it for breakfast as well.
Okay, here we go. With the vending machine in the background. And
oh wow, that's good. Oh yeah, that's matcha. Okay?
Yeah. Ooh, wow, that is not sweet at all.
Oh, it's great. No sugar.
That is definitely unsweetened, very like kind of bitter. It really just tastes like cold green tea.
Green tea.
Perfect.
Which is what it is.
I'm going to be drinking that every single day.
Me too.
Wow.
So this behind me is the Yodobashi camera store, which is where we're supposed to get the SIM cards. I have seen big camera stores in the past, but this one is especially impressive. Yes, we did originally come in here to buy a SIM card, but it turns out that this camera store is not really a camera store, but a store that sells literally everything that you could ever think of and more. Mission of the day complete. We got a SIM card. We both got a SIM card. I found a local SIM card with 5 gigabytes for about 20 bucks. So that's not that cheap, but it's okay because we need it. And I also bought something else at the store. But I'm not gonna give that away just yet. I wanna talk about that in the next video. So make sure you subscribe to this channel if you wanna find out what I bought. But now it's time for lunch and our stomachs are both growling. And luckily we happen to be in an area that is perfect to find some Japanese lunch food. We just came into this little gallery to find a bite to eat for lunch and had a very interesting cultural experience. We walked into a place that looked really good because they had raw tuna and all the locals were in there, so yeah, it looked very good. But when we walked in there and the owner noticed that we were speaking English, he just told us to leave right away. That was delicious. Maybe not as good as the one that we looked at earlier, but at least those guys let us in. And yeah, that raw fish bowl and the miso soup was definitely very delicious. I love Japanese food already. I can't wait to see what awaits us this afternoon. So we still have a couple of hours to explore in Osaka here this afternoon. So yeah, stay with us. Walking around for a couple of hours this afternoon here in Osaka. We've sat down to enjoy a bit of a late afternoon drink, got some beer, and I ordered something pretty special. I just read it on the menu. This is what it looks like, and it's called soju, which is made out of rice wine and some other ingredients like barley, sweet potato, buckwheat. I'm totally reading this off Wikipedia, but it looks delicious. It looks like this. Most things grapefruit are good, so yeah, this is definitely a go. What an interesting day, like first 24 hours here in Japan, in Osaka especially, and I think we had a really successful first day as well. We went on a mission to get the SIM cards, which we found in a camera store that was not really a camera store, but more like a general giant
electronic shop.
Yeah,
Heaven.
had everything. Not only electronics, had anything really. But overall, I think it was really exciting for us to spend the first day here in Osaka, the very first time for us in Japan, and just to experience the overall vibe of this country. So what we noticed is that, for example, it's really, really clean and really organized. So most people are not rushing, they're not loud, they're lining up to get onto the tram, like onto the
subway.
The subway.
Amazing.
And yeah, amazing. I've never seen that anywhere, and a couple of other things that are just amazing. Like it's great to be overwhelmed like that by a country that you didn't know that much about.
Culture shock in the positive for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's been an amazing first day.
Yeah, but
really
we do have a couple more weeks here in Japan, and there's lots more content to come. So make sure to subscribe to this channel and to stay tuned for the next videos coming up. If you have any
Sorry.
Not done yet.
Okay.
If you have any questions about Osaka or Japan, or have been here yourself, please drop them below this video. And yeah, I'm excited to share more of this journey with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate your support. See you again in one of the next videos.